I have another guest with me here coming in. He's Pastor Sam Hunsu. He's an author and a motivational speaker. He's written over 4 books, of which are The Power to Prosper in Foreign Land is one of them. And he's also pastor of New Dimensional International Ministries. And well, I'm sure he's been all over the world. You must have come across him here and there. And yeah, we have an opportunity of bringing him on the program this morning. Pastor Hunsu, nice to have you on the program.
Thank you. It's a pleasure of mine being here too.
Now, we're looking at your book, Power to Prosper in a Foreign Land. You know, this is something you're writing as an African, based here in the United States. And what actually inspired you to write a book like this, with this powerful topic?
Wow, a lot. Once again, I want to appreciate you for bringing me here this morning. This is a book with a direct message, as it is power to prosper in a foreign land. You see, in the course of my ministerial assignment, I've seen a lot during counseling, hearing people, challenges here and there, a lot of stories of people who are in diaspora passing through some situations that are actually sympathetic. You see, I've seen people who have been in a foreign land for about 30 years, 40 years, and then they are still struggling to miss ends meet. I've seen people who actually, when they left their country home, they believe they are coming abroad to come and do well, achieve a great result, go back home with profit, but they are actually struggling with life. I've seen cases of people who have been abroad for a couple of years, no husband, no children, no good job, and that is not the will of God for them. So what could have been the cause? The cause is actually what this book is addressing. We are talking about spiritual issues now, not physical issues. And the spiritual actually control the physical. So, this book, one, we are talking about powers, forces, stronghold, foundational powers, ancestral forces that are caging people's destiny, that will not allow them to succeed. Now, I've seen cases of people, but even though they try to succeed, some people try to make it, but before they suddenly they go back to square zero. That won't be a cause.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you, what are some of the things that you really pointed out when you're looking at the history of people not succeeding? What are the real factors around it? I mean, I'm taking you out of the spiritual matter now because I'm not sure if I'm spiritual enough. You know. So what are the things that could connect people like me, you know, without having been spiritual that you mentioned in the book?
Yeah. You have to go back to you see, we all have a source. Now, most time we try to address issue from the branch, not addressing the root.
Okay.
And until we address the root, that means we are still joking. Because if you try to cut the branch, the root will still grow back another branch.
Yeah.
Now, we all have a source. As an African, especially, not only Africa anyway, everywhere in the world, we all have a foundation. And our foundation determines how far we go in life. Every healthier foundation will give out a healthier destiny.
Okay.
Every polluted foundation will give out to a polluted destiny. So our source, our root, our foundation has been polluted. We all know very well that our forefathers, they didn't serve God. They served idols, shrine, God of iron, God of thunder, God of water. And then most of us, we have been dedicated automatically to most of these things. And now, most of us now, we are in abroad, we are in abroad, maybe we're born again, and we are yet to address those things that we have been dedicated to. So until they are addressed, they remain there, and until they are addressed, they will keep attacking the destiny of our destiny. That's the major cause of our problem.
Okay. Now, you've talked about power to prosper in foreign land, and looking at your previous book, Victory to Victory, do you think there's a connect between both?
Yeah, well, they are actually 2 different perspective books. Victory to Victory is about motivational books. Okay. So it's an upcoming one. It will be out by next week. The previous ones are Born for Impact. They are all motivational books. This one is quite different from other books because of what I've seen in the course of my ministerial life. Within the few period, I actually moved down to this part of the country.
Okay. Now, have you gotten enough patronage for your motivational speaking around the United States or back in Africa?
Well, I've been a lot of couple countries in Africa. I've been to Ghana for motivational speaking. I do it in Nigeria, and then for United States, I've not really done much because I'm not saying I'm new here, but I'm actually trying to settle down here.
Okay.
So our ministry is about 7 months now.
Oh.
And then the 7 months has been so awesome. It has been so wonderful. People have been giving a lot of testimonies because of what God is doing. So we have not really done much of speaking here in this land.
And then you also have a daily devotional, which is for everyone on your blog spot.
Yeah.
And for his blog spot, if you want to get involved or get to read those devotional messages, you can just go to samhunsuministries.blogspot.com. And once again, it's going to come up on your screen. It's blogspot samhunsuministries.
Or just straight www.samhunsu.com.
Okay, all right, good. Now, from your blogspot that you have this your daily devotional, what are the inspiring things that you really put up time in, time out?
Yeah, actually, I'm someone who actually like to encourage people to become the best in life. I don't believe in failure. I believe failure is part of life. I so much believe I can fail. I've failed several times, and I believe it's part of the journey of life. So I tried but most people don't have that grace. So I try to encourage people that no matter what you are passing through, there's a way out. Don't give up on yourself. I try to let people know that we all have something in us that is still waiting to manifest. We are full of potentials. We are men and women of destinies. But this thing needs to be discovered. So I talk much about purpose, discovery, self-empowerment, and so on and so forth.
Now, do you think, most of the things you've mentioned, self-discovery and all that,
Yeah.
but when people are still not gainfully self-employed, don't you think sometimes those things inspire certain...
No, it doesn't have any connection at all. In fact, it doesn't have any connection at all. In fact, if you are not gainfully employed, there's something in you that you can actually come up with to even become an employer.
Okay.
That can make you an employer instead of waiting for someone to employ you.
All right. Now, you've talked about the book, the preview, and the patronage. Now, what are the things you're putting in place to promote and market this book?
Well, one of it is what I'm doing here now.
Okay, one. And then what's the next thing? You're taking the book to Amazon? Or?
Yeah, already. That's the first thing I do. I've been on Amazon for about 5 years now. All my books are all in PDF. Kindle, it's already on Kindle. It's already on Amazon. It's already on Goodreads and major online bookstores because I use the online so much for everything I do. And then on Facebook, I've been promoting it for about 2 weeks right now. And then I have a page on Facebook. I have about followers on Facebook. And It's been so wonderful. Now, even the local newspapers here, I've been trying to reach out to them. I have other TV promos as well. I've been on other couple of TV programs here, talk about the books. And then it has been so wonderful.
Now, you've written some of these books. You're still hoping to write some other things?
Well, I have a target of writing as much as I can. And before the end of this year, I should be releasing at least 4 or 5 more copies of books.
Okay. All right. We'll have to take a break now, and then we'll come back to still talk with Pastor Sam Hunsu. He's an author. He's written books, and then one of them is Power to Prosper in Foreign Land. He's also had Victory to Victory, and he's got a daily devotional for everyone on Blogspot. Just simply log in there, samhunsuministries.com, and you can always find out all the information you need. Right now, we'll be taking a break, and when we come back, we'll still have 1 or 2 things to share with Pastor Sam Hunsu. We'll take a break now. Okay, you're welcome back to the program, Dawn, and we still have Pastor Hunsu here talking with me on his book, and somehow we still need to take one or two things from there. And I'll just take a bit from the preface, and it says that many of us are in dire situations which run contradictory to the plan of traveling abroad to pursue better lives. We thought leaving our countries of origin would save us from poverty and hunger, a way to unencumbered success and prosperity. It comes as a rude shock to many of us when reality hits and all our dreams and hopes seem to come crashing down on us. Some of us are able to overcome despite all odds, and others are lost in an unending cycle of failure. That's a very dreaded word, failure. Yeah. And you're doing something, you have problems with it, and you think one can still continue trying and giving it a try?
Yeah. We have types of failure and how to handle failure. We all can fail, but the problem is, are we actually taking the right step to handle the failures? Behind most failures, there are some powers, forces, that actually causes these failures. Some are natural, but there are some that actually, there are some forces that actually cause people to fail even at the edge of breakthrough. So people have actually tried their best, they are very close, something good, and something happens overnight, and then it's become a story. Some people actually, they do a lot of work here and there, and at the end of the day, you see them, they can even account for what they are earning. Or there may be a cost.
All right, thank you very much for coming on the program, Pastor Hunsu. And, well, I should have Jumoke here with me closing the program, and it's been nice having you. Is that really possible? Maybe Jumoke will just take a walk in, like in 1 or 2 minutes. Well, someone is harassing me right there. Okay, now, to close the program, I need to let you know that we have something special for you. It's coming in from the field of soccer for development. And these are just one of the ways by which, issues around xenophobia and many phobias around the world are being attended to using soccer as a means of reaching out socially to people who need to understand that in life we are very different, but we must understand that in our differences we must be united. So we go to these and then we come back.
Since MBC has been at your service, our clients have told us their businesses have been booming, and we found out too. What are you doing about your business? Do you want more clients? Do you want more people to know about the services that you do provide? Do you have a luncheon coming? What about your premieres? Call MBC. Advertise your birthdays, weddings, anniversaries, church program, or request our coverage at your function. MBC, at your service 24/7. Call 832-887-6452 or call 281-888-9502. MBC, your favorite station, sharing African views. Since MBC has been at your service, our clients have told us their businesses have been booming, and we found out too. What are you doing about your business? Do you want more clients? Do you want more people to know about the services that you do provide? Do you have a luncheon coming? What about your premieres? Call MBC. Advertise your birthdays, weddings, anniversaries, church program, or request our coverage at your function. MBC, at your service 24/7. Call 832-887-6452 or call 281-888-9502. MBC, your favorite station, sharing African views. Since MBC has been at your service, our clients have told us their businesses have been booming, and we found out too. What are you doing about your business?
Yes.
So tell me, how is it without me here?
It's been tough anyway, very tough because...
But you're also in trust.
Okay, thank you for consoling me.
All right, so viewers back there at home, thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of your Saturday morning. Yes, as we go, things are bound to get better. And that's why, like the book you just spoke with the author about now, the power to succeed in a foreign land.
Yes,
Right? This is a foreign land to most of us. We're doing foreign things. We're doing different things. Definitely, we will succeed.
Definitely, I believe so too, and I hope that those issues coming out from Africa, they need to also understand that there's a power in prosperity, and you know, people have got to be more proactive. They need to understand that in life, we are all refugees at some point. We're all migrating. And
Migrants, yes. There is migration everywhere. Within
Yeah.
Europe, there is migration between Europe to Europe.
Yeah.
There's migration within Americas. There's even migration within Africa.
Exactly.
So,
That's a physical migration. Now there has to be migration of thoughts, beliefs, understanding, from that of disrespect for human life, sanctity of human life, and migrating to prosperity, like Pastor Hunsu mentioned. You know, people sitting down and understanding how best it is for them to be able to get the best out of themselves without having to think somebody is behind their misfortune, or beginning to say like conspiracy theorists. Professor Mosagi is always accusing me of that because sometimes, you know, you're really forced to think, why are these things happening like this? For certain
someone
reason.
behind all of this,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, folks. Once again, we want to say a big thank you to you for being a part of our Saturday and for giving us the opportunity to come into your living room and spend a part of your Saturday with you. We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you have, don't forget you can call us for sponsorship, advert placements, collaborations, association, event coverage, event compare, whatever it is you have. Dawn is there with you. Book launch, book review. What else?
Well, even if you want to make a shout out to your friends, your families, and your business, you want to promote your business, you can also attend to us.
So we take shout outs.
It's not free.
Yes, that's true.
At an affordable rate.
At a very affordable
I'm an
cost.
Ijebu
You
man.
can get this. You can get this.
I'm from
done.
Ijebu.
Yeah, but we had a couple of technical issues. We also had some disappointments this morning. Unfortunately, we're not able to have our guest from the Somalia Bantu community who was supposed to be with us here earlier in the day.
Yeah.
And also we had another pastor who was not able to make it down. But hey, all put together, it was a great show. Thank you so much. Remember, we're on Facebook, email, text us, tweet us, whatever it is. My Twitter handle, unfortunately, I know somebody who is not social media compliant. Is right beside me. It's unfortunate, right? But I am right there on all. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram. Just go I am Jimmy. That's I-A-M Jimmy. And I'm right there with you.
Jimmy, I'm on Facebook, but I'm not on Twitter. I can't handle people like you on Twitter. You should know that. So that's the reason I'm not on Twitter.
What do you mean people like me?
You know, you're troublesome anyway.
What? Anyway, I'll allow you pass because I know you're quarter to go. And you understand what I mean by quarter to go. All right, folks, thank you so much again. And then we'll see you. We're leaving you with this wonderful thing from sport. And I'm just wondering, how can sport really help us douse the tension we're having in Africa at the moment?
Well, I think being an active player in, you know, football for development, which is called soccer here in the U.S., I know very well that when you make use of some of those manuals, educational manuals that are available either online or that you design, they're very, you know, impressive, and they go a long way in reforming young people to be able to act responsibly. And that I've done in the last 12 years. So I can say that out of my mind. And I've been an active player in this football for development with FIFA through the Football for Hope, which is already promoted all over the world, including the United States. There are two well-known organizations doing that. One is in Atlanta. They're called Soccer in the Streets, and there's another one working with migrants in California, I think in San Diego, if I'm not mistaken. You know, and they're doing very well. So, and if you go to Nigeria, for instance, we have that running, which I'm also, you know, directing, and we have also in countries like UK, where you have Street League, you know, doing fantastic work with young people, getting them, you know, into taking positive choices, and, you know, also helping in rehabilitating and making some of these young people to believe in themselves. Because again, you need to look at the real problem with young people. They're trying to find an inspiration. And when you symbolize a positive image for them, they're definitely going to follow and believe, you know, such messages. And that's why it's very important that this continue to grow. And as what FIFA is doing, the World Soccer Governing Body, they're pumping about 10% of their annual revenue into programs, organizations running football for development all over the world, including United States.
Okay, so that's why we're leaving you with this one from the
Street Football World, which is the main organization.
It's called Hope.
Yeah, Football for Hope. Festival 2010.
Hope. Yes.
Yeah.
Enjoy this. I will catch you again next week, Saturday. Until then, have a very spectacular weekend.
Everybody's alright. Everybody's inside. Everybody's on you. And this some Baru. Everybody's alright. Everybody's inside. You're a chimpanzee from the Zimbabwe. Everybody's alright. Everybody's inside. Everybody's on you. And this some Baru. Everybody's alright. Everybody's inside. Do that Zimbabwe. From the chimpanzee. Everybody's alright. Everybody's inside. Everybody's on you. And this some Baru. Everybody's alright. Everybody's inside. Do that chimpanzee from that Zimbabwe.
Alexander, come stand, you right?
Everybody's inside. Do that chimpanzee from the Zimbabwe. Everybody's alright. Everybody's alright. Everybody's alright. Everybody's alright.
Here we don't play for win, we don't play for lose. We just respect.
Everybody's alright. Everybody's inside. Everybody's on you. And this some Baru. Everybody's alright. Everybody's inside. You're a chimpanzee from the Zimbabwe.